What's up, Ohana Exotics? Guess what, guys? Oh, we didn't have enough snakes already. Well, behind on the camera today again is Edwin. You guys have seen him on the channel a few times. It's been a while since you've seen him actually, but yeah, you'll recognize the face soon. We got this. What's this? Well, it is 30 tiny little 100 paces. These guys are literally 2 weeks old. We've got 30 of them, and that's what this video is going to be about. How to raise freaking tricky feeding vipers. Alright guys, so these guys, I don't know if you guys know this, but 100 paces are extremely tricky snakes to get to feeding. I know of guys that literally struggle 2 years to get these guys established. I know guys that struggle 6 months. I know guys that struggle a year. So in essence, these guys are definitely a challenge. So for my first attempt at this, guys, and we're trying to feed them pinkies. Now, what's my idea? What's my plan? How am I actually going to make this work? I'm going to do the same thing I did with a bunch of vipers once. I'm going to scent all the pinkies. So what that means is I've got geckos here, I've got leopard geckos. I'm going to take the pinky physically, take the pinky, rub it onto the gecko, get that smell of the gecko all around it, and I'm going to tease these little buggers until they actually bite down and hold into this. Now I'm hoping that's going to happen. If that doesn't work, I'm actually going to cut the pinky into pieces, symmetrically, well, head, upper body, stomach, lower body, and then I'm going to try tease feeding that and hope that gets stuck in their mouth and that triggers some sort of feeding response. This species is entirely new to me, so we're going to be learning this together, guys, which is, this is what it's about, It's all about learning. Now, when I say the species is entirely new to me, does that mean I know absolutely nothing about them? No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying this is just the first time I've kept this species. And there's not a bountiful amount of knowledge going around locally that I could source thus far of how to work with these guys. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting learning curve. Before actually I'm going to start scenting with leopard gecko pinkies, with leopard geckos, I'm going to try to do what I'm used to. I'm going to stick to my roots, I'm going to stick to my basics. I've been getting tricky vipers to eat with my method for years now, and I'm going to stick to that method. I'm going to try that. If it doesn't work, reevaluate and fix it. Alright guys, so literally as I said, I'm going to take the exact same approaches that I've been taking with all my vipers all this time and see how it works. So what I do as usual, got the prey items nice and warm, a tad bit warmer than you'd offer to any other snakes. I mean, a little bit of warmer meal, like I said in my tricks to get vipers to feed video, a little warmer meal goes a long way. Now these guys you definitely don't want to open up with your hands. They're quite a little bit of sporadic animals. Now I got them today, so this might be a bit soon to try feeding, but yeah, we're gonna definitely take that risk and see how it goes. Did end up getting this one to eat via assist feeding. Get out with the first one now. They are difficult to feed. Not gonna lie, definitely deserving the title of being tiny little buggers to get feeding. But I kind of think I've got a way to do it now. So what I'm gonna try is to redo the exact same thing I did with the previous one. But look at these guys. These guys are hyper focused, ready to go. Yeah, at a moment's notice. So what I need him to do is yes, just exactly that. Just away from me. Alright, sorted. So we got to get him down. Now you want to be careful with these guys when you do this, because I know of people that have actually had them break their own necks to try and escape a pinhold. But this seems good. Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this pinky, let him bite down onto that pretty decent. Alright, oh yes. Alright. And I'm just gonna kinda push this pinky in a bit deeper, so just to ensure that you know, his feeding response kicks in and it doesn't spit it out. That's the second one done and dusted, ready to go back to his little tub. Now you want to make sure that when you actually do get them eating, that you're very gentle with them in the process of moving them back to their little abodes. So that's it, another one done and dusted. So that didn't go as successful as I was hoping for, and what I did was I actually spoke to a bunch of guys over in Europe that work with bathtubs and things like that, and one guy in particular gave me an idea that I'm going to try. So the idea is to take a larger prey item than you'd usually offer to these guys. So I'm going to be trying fuzzies, giving it to them quite hot, letting them bite onto it and then leaving it in there for about 10 to 15 minutes. If they don't start eating it by their own in 10 to 15 minutes, I'm going to resort to another method of tease feeding with the fuzzy. See how that goes, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to cut the fuzzy up. And then I'm going to still try and tease feed them, and if that doesn't work, I'm going to go back to step one, which is what I've already had success with, is assist feeding them. Now the first little individual I'm going to be trying to feed is actually this little one over here. So I added some moss and everything into this, hoping it'll give them some coverage and things like that. So okay, I've got my fuzzy, got the snake in clear sight. Let me just move some of this moss away, you know, just to make it a little bit easier on myself to work with this animal. Oh, I hate how they keep moving the paper towel. Alright, now this is definitely, in my opinion, a big meal, but alright, let's see what success this method actually offers. So the idea is you got to get them to bite it. I don't know if that was a strike or just a mark. I gotta get them to bite down onto this. Come on. Come on. Come on. Huh. Seems like this animal doesn't want to bite it. Okay, so now it's supposed to actually eat that fuzzy after that bite. So let's see how that goes. So now that we have each and every single one of those 5 that have actually physically struck in those fuzzies with confidence, I'm now going to leave the room for the next 10 to 15 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually have something to eat and then come back 10 to 15 minutes and then hopefully some good news. Do I think it's going to be this easy? I'm really not sure. I actually gave a lot more time than I originally was meaning to. I actually gave them a full on half an hour. So yeah, I guess let's see what results we got. So let's try this one first. Alright, so you can already see that didn't work out. That sucks. Let's check this one. Okay, that didn't work out. Where was the next ones? Over here. Yeah, okay, that also didn't work out. Yeah, okay, also didn't work out. No, I never did this one. It was this one. Yeah, also didn't work out. One more thing I actually want to try before I jump into trying to tease feed these guys. I want to try put them into a small little got a food stain. I want to actually try and take these guys and put them in a smaller tub with the prey item in there, but I'm going to have to reheat that prey item and see if that goes down better. A lot of times they kind of stupid. Snakes are kind of stupid sometimes. So I think if the tub's too big, they might be, you know, all over the show and not really so aware of that prey item as they would be in a smaller tub. So definitely the next step is going to be that. I got them in there with the fuzzy, so let's see how that goes.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Alright guys, now I'm kind of running out of options here. Putting them in a smaller tub with the pre-item also did not work, which is kind of a bummer. The only other thing that I think I can try is live fuzzies next time. Putting them into a small little tub with some live fuzzies. I think that movement would stimulate them to eat better, but yeah, we'll see. So I'm back to the good old-fashioned assist feeding sponge method, and I'm actually going to try and see how it would go trying to assist feed these guys with fuzzies. The first time I'm going to use such a big prey item with this method. I mean, look at the snake. This thing is fully aware of my movements. Every single one of my movements. Locked onto me. Fully loaded with that nastiness. Alright, let's see how this is going to go. So you don't want to pin them when they're coiled up like that. You don't want to go coil on coil. You want them elongated and stretched out. Now I did notice just prying a tiny little bit does actually get them to start moving in a more linear direction. Just come into that sponge, and then second you pin, a lot of times they actually just straight up try and bite that sponge. Now with these guys, you want to make sure that you secure the pin, well the sponge obviously nice, and then you also want to hold their rear quarters, because they'd actually all out try and break their own backs trying to get out of this hold, which is why this is such a scary freaking process. And also a reason why I'm looking for so many alternatives. But okay, let's see how it's gonna go with fuzzies. Alright guys, so thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. And for those of you guys who made it to the end, here's a teaser for you guys a few weeks later in regards to all of these acuters. We got it right, guys. We figured it out. So the next episode featuring the acuters will be me telling you guys what the solution is on how I got them eating.